Hi, I'm Grace and I am on the hunt for the perfect wedding cake. I have been testing and trialing loads of different cake to make sure that my wedding day has the best cake possible. One area that I have been looking into is celebrity wedding cakes. So today we are going to look at some wedding cakes, we're going to try some celebrity wedding cakes, and we're going to make a celebrity wedding cake. So come along with me for the journey.
Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand spanking new video. I'm excited for today's video. Well, I'm always excited, but today I'm particularly excited because we're gonna get some wedding content started. And in my opinion, it's one of the most important elements of the wedding content, the cake. Now, I am fundamentally under the idea for my wedding, I need two elements to make sure people are fed and make sure people have a good time. And one way you can make people have a good time is if they're fed. So the wedding cake is a very crucial role here. Now, I feel upset because I know a lot of weddings, people don't end up eating the cake. And I'm big on cake, I'm big on baked goods. So I need to make sure that people have a cake that they feel enticed to eat. I want to make sure that people eat cake and enjoy the cake. I've started a little series over on TikTok where I go into wedding cakes, and I thought, why not do this for YouTube? I know a few of you don't have TikTok, so I don't want you to miss out on the wedding cake content. This is going to be a threefold video. Up first is we're going to look at celebrity wedding cakes and we're going to analyse them and see what is out there for some inspiration. I have many different roads that I could go for my wedding cake. I have many different avenues. I want to see if the celebrity wedding cakes give me any inspiration. Up first we have Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Now this actually caused a lot of controversy, I don't remember how you call it, amongst the baking community. Even people in my university, they were not a fan of this cake. However, I quite like it. I think I've come to learn that I like a simple cake with real natural flowers, but the rule is the flowers must be edible. If you put flowers on a cake that aren't edible, it infuriates me. Now I know you can wrap them with fabric for the stem, but I think it is so dangerous to put unedible flowers on a cake. This is done by Violet Bakery and we will be trying this in this video. We need to try the Violet Bakery cake because it's in London and I've heard very mixed reviews on their cakes. I've heard that the icing isn't amazing and the cake is actually really, really good. And I like the simplicity of this, and obviously they've added a touch of regal with the gold decorative cake platter. However, I do think that the gold decorative platter thing that they've put it on doesn't really go with the cake. If you're going to go for a simple thing like that, I feel like keep the cake stand simple. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a bit clunky. It doesn't glue together very well. Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom have a very interesting cake. I feel like this cake is kind of giving 21st birthday party vibes with whatever design that is. It looks like a wallpaper. I am not a fan of this cake. And something that annoys me about wedding cakes is that a lot of the time they are just design and they actually just styrofoam on the middle. And I remember the first time I found that out, I was horrified. I could not believe it that it was not real cake. It was just styrofoam. It really hurt my feelings actually. What's the point of making a cake look good if it doesn't taste good? And this looks like a styrofoam cake. Even like Buddy, the cake boss, he always did those Rice Krispie cakes and I just didn't get it. If you like Rice Krispies and you want your wedding cake to be Rice Krispie cake, I get it. But if you're just doing it because you want to make it some impressive sculpture, don't get it. Doesn't sit well with me. So Khloe and Lamar's is not, I'm not a big lover of it. Okay, up next we have Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. This wedding cake to me looks like it's leaning to the right. It looks like it's a bit unbalanced. There's something about it that I actually find really simple and beautiful, and I feel like it's just a good old classic wedding cake. Like when you think of wedding cake, you think of this. I feel like I'm not mad at it. I don't hate the simplicity of it, and I feel like it's really hitting the wedding brief. But at the same time, I love it when couples go creative. Loads of couples have been doing cheese wedding cakes, or they've been doing Krispy Kreme wedding cakes. So many things. Actually, my brother and his wife, they did a brownie tower by the wonderful Frances Quinn. And I feel like there's lots of different avenues that you can take with a wedding cake. And it kind of stresses me out because I feel like a lot of people are expecting great things from me and I feel like I just want to keep it simple. As long as it's delicious, I'm not mad at it. Up next we actually have Kate and Will's. And this wedding cake, there was actually two. So there's a chocolate fridge cake, which apparently Prince William was definitely he wanted the chocolate fridge cake. Apparently it was his favourite thing when he was a child, and there's a recipe of it online. So we're going to be testing that recipe out. But they also had a fruit cake from Fiona Carnes, and we're also going to test that out. Now obviously it's not the exact wedding cake that they had, but I saw that Fiona Carnes did fruit cake online, so we have ordered that. And if I'm not being funny, but I can't be doing fruit cake for my wedding. I hate fruit cake. Also, I just feel like everyone hates fruitcake. Find it so fascinating, the wedding cakes people go to. And I know a lot of people aren't really bothered by wedding cake because the guests never eat it. So I find it interesting when people prioritise it and when people don't. I'm going to start making the fridge cake. It's in a 6.5 inch by 2 inch cake tin, which looks very, very small for the amount of ingredients. There's a lot of ingredients. Also, it's really weird because this chocolate fridge cake has an egg in it. I've never made a chocolate fridge cake with an egg in it. But apparently this is literally the royal chef's recipe. I love trying things that I know famous people like. Doing my least favourite part right now, which is greasing and lining a tin. I flipping hate greasing and lining tins, but something you have to do is part and parcel, you know. You just have to ride the wave and keep on going. Step 1 is done. I've greased and lined my tin. And next up, we need to break each of the biscuits into almond-shaped sizes. Now, it specifically says in the recipe to not bash them to smithereens. And a lot of the time with fridge cakes, you want them, like, you almost want them to be ground like you would with a cheesecake, because it kind of binds together. So, I'm about to break these, but I have a really weird thing that I really like doing. You know how it's really nice to write with a biro pen on a banana. I don't know if you've ever done that before, but it just like scratches an inch. I also really like cutting rich tea biscuits with scissors. It's really satisfying. So I'm going to use scissors, but obviously you can use your hands to break them up into almond slices. What do we think about rich tea biscuits? Well, these are my dad's least favourite biscuits. He thinks they deserve no place in the biscuit world, but I quite like a rich tea.
If you're a bit intimidated or scared of baking, fridge cakes are one of the best, most fun things to make. I think because it's got a few elements, but it doesn't really require, obviously, any baking or anything. So there's less risk of things going wrong. So you just cut up your biscuits. Obviously, this fridge cake is a little bit different to any recipes I've tried before because you have to add an egg to it. But first up, you just want to melt your butter and sugar on the hob, and then you go in with your dark chocolate. Sorry, how satisfying was watching that butter melt. It's really satisfying. Just make sure you turn the heat down. It was bubbling a bit too much there. And then you go in with your egg, and you don't want to make it curdle. No. So mix it up. But I actually prefer some of my other fridge cake recipes because they're much easier. And then this is the funnest bit, when you just scrunch it all down and you make it all smooth and perfect. And then it goes in the fridge ready to cut.
Okay, so it's the next day and our fridge cake is done. It's all set. And I'm just going to try and release it. I don't know whether this is going to... I don't know how much I was supposed to grease it. I don't really know how to... Because obviously it's the loose leaf bottom. Loose leaf? Because it's a loose bottom, I can't submerge it in hot water because normally that would release it. I don't really know what to do here. Maybe should I get a cloth? We might be onto something with the knife. Out you come, my doll. Oh, come on. And it won't just glide around. I knew I would get there. I just used a hot flannel around the outside and bada boom, bada bing. We got that. I probably should have just done that in the start and then we wouldn't have had all of that issue, but it's okay. Now we peel off the top. Oh my gosh, I love this. Fridge cake was one of my favourite things as a kid. However, it was my mum's fridge cake, so I don't know how different this guy will be. And then you just pour over some melted chocolate on the top until it is fully covered, and then you set it back in the fridge. So it is super simple. To be honest, I'm not, oh dear me, I'm not mad at this. Like, it's a very easy to make recipe and I'm very grateful for that because I thought we might have been here for days and weeks. And it says to decorate it with a bit of like melted chocolate, but this is just for me. I'm not going to waste my time decorating a cake that I'm just going to yam in 3 seconds. I am going to pop that into the fridge to set and then we can have it. I kind of can't wait and just want it now.
but I'm going to have it how it's supposed to properly be had. So, our lovely fridge cake, you leave it for 1 minute in the Booth household and it's already been attacked. So it's the next day and it's already been eaten. I haven't even tried it, this is just my family. It hasn't had the best reviews, I'm not going to lie. Apparently the fridge cake that I make is better. So let's cut a slice and see what it's saying. So I love fridge cake, that's fridge cake. It's basically got like chunks of biscuit, but Dad doesn't rate it, do you?
No.
Why not? Too dark? It's quite dark.
No. No, it just needs some, it's just got biscuit and no fruit, no marshmallow.
Because it's not Rocky Road.
No, but you have fruit in a fridge cake. No currants,
I like
no
that.
raisins. No. No. Not good.
I get where Dad is coming from. I feel like it could do with some crunch. It could do with a chew from a raisin perhaps. But all in all, I think it tastes really good. I feel like if you're expecting a milk sort of sweeter, I really like the richness of it. It feels like very chocolatey. That's actually pretty good. That, in my opinion, is better than the other two cakes. This is my favourite of the 3 royal cakes. Here we have Harry and Meghan's cake, and obviously we've already seen it. We know my thoughts on the appearance, and this was £23, and it is a tiny, tiny cake. But I have to say, the bakery was absolutely gorgeous. Like, I couldn't write that bakery to be better. It might have been one of my favourite bakeries I've ever been in London. It just had a really like nice warm atmosphere and it smelt incredible. So you get a little sticker on the bag that says Violet, which obviously is what the bakery is called. Out you come, my darling, come on out. Are you ready to meet the world? Wow, oh, it's beautiful. I'm gonna show you a little cross section. Oh my word, it's stunning. This is the cake, as you can see, and if I open it up, can you see that in there? So we've got some lemon curd. The crumb structure is quite close. It feels quite dense, but I have to say it is absolutely stunning. Like, it's beautiful. I really like the design. I think I actually prefer it from Kate and Will's, and I feel like it looks really lovely. But lemon and elderflower. Who chooses lemon and elderflower? What a rogue flavour. I'm such a chocolate gal. But maybe I need to broaden my horizons. It's 2023, let's broaden our horizons. Yeah, so I'm gonna try it and see how it tastes. Lemon curd is beautiful, really punchy and rich. I have to say, it's incredibly sweet. Like, that buttercream is sweet. And what I really like is the elderflower kind of tickles the tonsils at the back. It kind of hits you afterwards. That's kind of beautiful. That elderflower is really playing an important part here, and I knocked it. So that's currently how I'm feeling about this cake. It is too sweet. The icing is too sweet and it kind of hurts my teeth a little bit. But I actually really like the sponge and I really like the flavour, especially because I'm going to be having a summer wedding. So it kind of really works, and also like the design fits the aesthetic. We're going to be getting married in a barn. So I really thought, I was hesitant about lemon and elderflower, but here we are, liking it. Who would have thought the day would come? I always thought I was a ride or die chocolate girly, but clearly not. Okie dokie, up next we have Kate and Will's, and we've got their Fiona Carnes, I believe it's pronounced, fruitcake. I am very intrigued about this because I just am not a fruitcake girly. That is great fruitcake. It's so moist and rich and has so much flavour in it. As fruitcakes go, this might be one of the best fruitcakes I've ever had. However, it does not mean I'm having it for my wedding. But all in all, I'm pleasantly surprised. What are your thoughts?
I'm not a lover of the texture, it's too moist.
Oh dear.
And it is very, very strong spice. I quite like the nuts in it though.
I agree with Puppy.
Slightly strange aftertaste.
Really?
Mum's fruitcake was better. So out of both the cakes, and I'm not a lover of sponge, but I prefer that one to the fruitcake. And I love fruitcake.
The Harry and Meghan win.
Yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed this video. I am very much enjoying making some fun wedding content. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know if there are any other video ideas. I hope you have all had a fantastic week. I'm sending you all loads of love, a big fat hug. And if you want, here you go,
Do you want a slice of fruit cake? Here you go, enjoy. Take it, go on, take it on your merry way. Love you all loads.